The Chicago Sky just made a game-changing move, and it's got the entire WNBA buzzing. In a decision that screams business over loyalty, the Sky announced they're moving two of their biggest home games to the massive United Center, both against Caitlin Clark's Indiana Fever. But here's the catch. Angel Reese isn't happy, and she's letting the world know. Is this a smart business move or a slap in the face? Let's break it all down. But before further proceeding in video, if you're new to the channel, please support by hit that subscribe button for more updates.
And for the first time in history, WNBA games will be played in the United Center. The Chicago Sky will host the Indiana Fever at the UC on Saturday, June 7th, and on Sunday, July 27th. The highly anticipated games will feature Fever star Caitlin Clark against the Sky's very own Angel Reese. The largest attendance at a Sky game ever happened in 2016 at Allstate Arena with more than 16,000 fans. While the United Center can fit more than 20,000, so more fans can get in on the action. Tickets go on sale on March 11th.
2 sellouts for sure in the summer. Looks great.
Watch breaking news on YouTube. Subscribe to ABC7 Chicago Eyewitness News.
The Chicago Sky just dropped a game-changing decision that has sent shockwaves, and Angel Reese is not thrilled about it. In a move that prioritizes business over loyalty, the Sky have chosen to relocate only two of their home games to the massive United Center, a venue that can hold nearly 4 times the crowd of their usual home, Wintrust Arena. But here's the kicker: those two games, they just happen to be the ones featuring Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever. The message is crystal clear. This isn't about fairness. This is about revenue. The Sky know Clark is box office gold, and they're making sure to maximize every dollar that comes with her presence. But while Clark's matchups get the red carpet rolled out, Reese's games, they're stuck in the smaller arena, making it painfully obvious where the league and the Sky see the biggest financial draw.
Making 18 rebounds. Remember, she's got back-to-back with 20 rebounds. Looking, pursuing. Once again, Reese trying to find it back.
And Angel Reese? She's not holding back. The outspoken rookie has never been one to stay silent, and this time is no different. When pressed by reporters, Reese fired back with a question that cuts to the heart of the controversy. Why are only Caitlin Clark's games getting the VIP treatment? It's a fair question. After all, Reese is one of the most recognizable faces in the WNBA. Fresh off a dominant college career and a social media empire that keeps her name trending. But as much as her brand is strong, the numbers tell a different and brutal story. This isn't just about where teams play, it's about something much bigger. It's about power. It's about money. It's about the future of women's basketball. And right now, Clark is leading the charge, not just in highlight reels, but in hard cash. The stats don't lie. Last season, Clark wasn't just a popular player. She was a one-woman economic boom for the WNBA. She pulled in a staggering 341,000 fans for the Fever, setting a franchise record and rewriting the blueprint for what a rookie can bring to the league.
Thank you.
And what about the Chicago Sky? Even with Reese's rebounding dominance and her viral TikTok fame, they haven't been able to come close to matching those attendance numbers. This is why teams across the league are scrambling to capitalize on the Caitlin Clark effect. It's why arenas are getting upgraded, ticket prices are soaring, and media coverage is at an all-time high. Wherever Clark goes, money follows. Reese's fans argue that she deserves the same level of hype, but the cold, hard truth is that the WNBA is a business first. And right now, that business is revolving around Clark. While Reese's skill set is undeniable and her fan base is passionate, the difference is clear. Clark is putting fans in seats. Reese may be winning over social media, but Clark is winning over entire arenas.
Oh, yeah.
Did the same thing.
I already kicked you out my corner office.
No, they
As soon as you said it's growing like a sport, I closed, slammed the
You don't
door.
think it's growing as a sport?
Why?
How many WNBA championships we celebrated on the show before, right? Nobody cared before. Every year, more people cared.
Liberty different. Nah, I cared when baby
Last year.
But Reese and her camp aren't backing down. They insist that she's just as much of a superstar and that the league should be giving her games the same kind of attention. But the numbers say otherwise. While Clark's games on the road shattered attendance records in every single city, Reese's impact has been mostly limited to online engagement and social media buzz. And while going viral is great for branding, it doesn't translate into packed stadiums. At the end of the day, the WNBA is making it clear this is about dollars and demand. Right now, the numbers are speaking loud and clear. Caitlin Clark isn't just a rising star. She's the biggest ticket in women's basketball. And for Angel Reese, that's a tough reality to face. Even the highest ranks in the WNBA admitted this isn't just about basketball. It's about business. The league is bending to fan demand. And right now, that demand is 100% Caitlin Clark. Chicago Sky's Reese can cry favoritism all she wants. But until she starts packing arenas like Clark, nothing changes. Let's talk about the numbers that prove it. The Fever's move to larger venues isn't an isolated decision, it's a seismic shift. The Aces and Sun have also upgraded their arena sizes for Fever games. The message is crystal clear. Caitlin Clark isn't just a rookie, she's a revolution. And Reese? She's left on the outside looking in. Clark steps back. 3. Bang! Another reminder of the Clark effect in action. Caitlin Clark hasn't just lifted the Fever, she's transformed the WNBA. Last season, Indiana's home attendance skyrocketed by 93%, obliterating a 23-year-old league record. Road games? An even bigger surge, 36 higher than any other team. And these numbers are just from her rookie contract. What happens when she starts cashing in? Meanwhile, Chicago's best crowd with Angel Reese? 9,000 fans, half of what Clark pulls in. Let's not sugarcoat it. The financial gap is staggering. The two United Center games against the Fever are projected to generate an extra $4 million in revenue compared to games at Wintrust Arena. That's not just profit, it's money that changes the trajectory of an entire league. And while Reese has built a strong brand on social media, her TikTok fame hasn't translated into ticket sales or TV ratings. Clark's games average 1.2 million viewers. Reese's? Barely 500,000. Hype is nice, but hype doesn't pay the bills. Selling out arenas does. Reese has been vocal saying people watch for her too. But if that were true, why hasn't a single one of her games been moved to a bigger venue? Why are teams scrambling to upgrade arenas only when Clark comes to town? The answer is brutal but simple. Star power isn't claimed, it's earned. And Clark has proved hers, night after night. The hypocrisy is undeniable. The Sky had every opportunity to position Reese as their franchise player. They could have moved her games to a bigger stage when she was smashing WNBA rebounding records. Instead, silence. Now, they make this announcement just as Reese tries to push her narrative that she's the main attraction. The timing couldn't be worse. The Sky just publicly undercut their own player, intentionally or not. Make no mistake, this isn't just a competitive decision. It's a message from the organization. They had all season to invest in Reese as their centerpiece. They didn't. When it came time to make a business move, they didn't hesitate. The star the fans will pay to see is Caitlin Clark. Period. Let's talk money. These two United Center games? They'll generate an extra $4 million. That's more than the valuation of entire WNBA teams just a few years ago. Merchandise sales for these games? Already tracking 300% higher than an average Sky home game. Every revenue stream, parking, concessions, sponsorships, is skyrocketing. Compare that to Reese's economic impact. While she's undeniably a popular figure, her merchandise sales rank 7th in the league, behind not just Clark, but veterans like Aja Wilson and Breanna Stewart. Respectable, but nowhere near the 93% attendance surge Clark triggered in Indiana. The reality is undeniable. Reese is a talented, marketable player, but Clark, she's a once-in-a-generation force shifting the entire financial landscape of the league. This isn't about fairness, it's about facts. And the facts say that in today's WNBA, there are two categories of stars, Caitlin Clark and everyone else. When the financial reports came in, the numbers told a clear story. The revenue gap was undeniable, and now teams across the league are taking notes. The Mystics relocated their Fever matchup to Baltimore's 1,500-seat CFG Bank Arena. The Sun moved their game to Boston's TD Garden. One by one, executives are making the same calculated move, giving up home court advantage in exchange for record-breaking profits in a league that has fought for financial stability for decades. But make no mistake, this isn't just about money. It's a reality check for Angel Reese. For a rookie who has spent her debut season positioning herself as Caitlin Clark's equal and rival, this move sends a painful message. Her own organization has just told the world that she's second tier. Imagine walking into your home arena and seeing your rival's face plastered everywhere. That's the mental battle Reese now faces. Every step she takes through the United Center is a glaring reminder of where she stands in the league hierarchy. And for someone who thrives on proving doubters wrong, that's a gut punch. And the frustration is showing. Reese's once bold statements, "They watch for me too," are starting to sound less like confidence and more like a plea. She used to handle Clark-related questions with a smirk, but now there's a sharp edge to her responses, a hint of frustration, maybe even doubt. The Sky didn't just change venues. They redefined what it means to be a WNBA superstar. This is where things get tricky. Rivalries have fueled greatness in sports, but they've also destroyed careers. Think about Reggie Miller vs. the Knicks, except this time, the league itself is stacking the deck. If Reese can turn this into motivation to level up, she risks being remembered as the player who got stuck in someone else's shadow. This is her crossroads. Will she let this moment define her, or will she rise above it? Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room. Reese, a black woman from Baltimore, is watching a white player from Iowa receive what looks like preferential treatment. That's not an easy image to shake. Black WNBA players have long expressed frustration about how the league promotes certain stars over others, and this situation only adds fuel to that fire. When Reese says, "They don't want to see us win," she's tapping into something bigger than just this one decision. She's voicing the frustrations of an entire community. On the flip side, Clark's appeal goes beyond race. She's an elite shooter, a record breaker, and a personality that commands attention. The attendance numbers in diverse cities prove that this isn't just about skin color, it's about undeniable star power. But perception is powerful. In a predominantly black league, bending over backward for a white superstar is bound to cause tension. This entire debate highlights the impossible position the WNBA finds itself in. If they don't maximize Clark's earning potential, they're throwing away millions. If they do, they risk alienating the players and fans who built the league. There's no easy answer, and that's why this conversation won't be ending anytime soon. One thing is clear: whether she wanted it or not, Reese has become the face of a movement. She now represents every player who feels overlooked, and that role could shape her career just as much as her stats on the court. So, who's right? The truth lies somewhere in the middle. Reese has every reason to feel slighted. No franchise player wants to see their own team prioritizing their rival. But from a business standpoint, the Sky's move makes financial sense. In professional sports, leaving money on the table to spare feelings is simply not how things work. This isn't a simple battle between right and wrong. It's a clash of money, talent, and perception, the kind of drama that fuels sports. What happens next will define both Reese and Clark. If Reese channels this moment into on-court dominance, she could force the Sky to reconsider everything. If Clark continues to shine, she'll validate the decision. Either way, the biggest winners are WNBA fans. The United Center is about to be electric, and that energy is exactly what the league needs. But the bigger question lingers: was this just business? No matter which side you're on, one thing is clear: Caitlin Clark is reshaping the WNBA, and teams are cashing in. But does this decision expose a double standard? Or is it just a reality of the sports business? Drop your thoughts in the comments.